Mikey Garcia. Welcome to Mexico, Mikey. How do you feel?
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's great to be here. Every time I come, people just, open their arms to me. So it was very nice to be invited. It's an honor to be here. I know circumstances are a lot different than usual. So we obviously, we're grateful to be here and that we're able to still be part of a great event like it is tonight.
This is my debut as the Zone color, and it's great to be with you, a true pride of the boxing world, a great world champion, someone who has given the fans great moments in the ring. How does it feel to be back in Mexico? Your family, you have Mexican blood going through your veins from where you are.
Yeah, we're my family, my mom, my dad, my brother and sister actually, we're all from Michoacan, the Urequio, Michoacan. My brother Robert and myself were born in California, but our roots are very strong here in Mexico. Like I say, it's just very nice to be able to come back, and be, received with open arms. Every time we come here, we get a lot of support, lots of love. Just everybody accepted me, like one of their own, which we are, and that's always great to be able to, like say, come to our roots. Where we originally came from.
For all those watching, Michoacan is famous for carnitas. So I can see there's been a lot of carnitas. You and I doing the same thing in the pandemic era.
Yeah, we've been gaining some weight. I think everybody's gaining about 19, 20 pounds. We actually, not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, I actually made my first batch of carnitas myself. And they came out pretty good. My dad makes them really good. So I kind of learned from my dad.
Mikey was the last card which happened before this world has changed. Your fight with Jesse Vargas. What are your plans? What have you been doing in these months of isolation? Tell us about your life and what are your future plans?
Look, we were fortunate that we fought, the 29th of February. I believe it was possibly the last show right before the pandemic, hit worldwide. And so, the initial months right after that were pretty tough. Unanswered questions. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going to happen. We originally had planned to get back in the ring in July. The plan was to fight Manny Pacquiao this July, have a big event. But then with this COVID, hitting, it just really stumped everything. So, things have been very quiet. I have had some communication with the team, and there's still interest in Manny Pacquiao to fight me in the near future, but there's no real save when. So I've been trying to just stay busy with other aspects of my life, family, of course, other businesses, ventures that I have on the side, and just hobbies. We're talking just right now about driving the cars. I have the nice cars that I take to the track and try to enjoy the car where it's meant to be driven. And so just last week I was at a track. I'm gonna go again next week to another track, and we like to have fun. So, other than that, I haven't really been to the gym, as you can tell. I've actually tried to stay away from the gym because I don't want to put other fighters at risk. My brother has a team of a lot of fighters that are actually fighting, up-and-coming fighters. And if for whatever reason someone tests positive, they can shut down the gym, they can cancel the fighters' fights, and I don't want to be, a reason for that. I want to, wish them well. I want to see them, grow and get some fights. So I kind of stayed away also for that reason.
You and I share something very unique. Yeah. We're suffering so much. We are Dallas Cowboys fans. Yeah. What would you tell Dak Prescott, who's watching this fight right now?
Look, I wish him, the best. That's a terrible, break. And then, we all hurt watching him, seeing the pain, the suffering. So I wish him well. I wish him a good recovery. And take all the time that's needed to make sure that heals properly. It's tough. It's a tough season, very tough. It seems like, one downfall after another downfall, and we can't get it together. The team is there, but for some reason, this is not looking good. So, we just have to keep, looking forward for what's next. If sometimes you need to take a little bit of a break, just like the rest of this world. Maybe this break, this pandemic is putting things in perspective, letting you reassess your life. Well, maybe something similar could happen in the Cowboys team. Reassess where they want to go, what direction they want to move forward, but look forward to bigger things in the near future.
This is, as you see, the pink ribbon It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. What would you tell all those great warriors that are in the 12th round battling breast cancer, and what you tell all the other women what they have to do to prevent?
I mean, always, we always support, anything that has to do with breast cancer awareness. I've done a few fundraisers at home in Oxnard or Riverside, LA. I've done a few things. It's great to just get the word out, remind, people of how important this is to get your follow-up, get your checkups for the women and anybody that's dealing with any sort of cancer. This month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so we're emphasizing more on breast cancer. But just keep the checkups constant. My dad had prostate cancer, and he had to go through treatments. So we know a little bit of what it's like to go through those treatments and firsthand. With my dad, it's no joke. Don't take it lightly. Make sure you do everything that the doctor says. And I just wish everybody stay safe, especially in this time of year. Right now, it's not the best year for a lot of people. But again, just keep your faith up that things will get better.
Did you watch the fight last weekend? Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko.
Yeah.
What do you think of the fight?
I actually made a little bit of money on that fight. The odds were good in favor of Lopez. I analyzed the fight, and I kind of felt, that Lopez did have a big chance of winning. The way I kind of saw that fight coming around, I've seen Lomachenko, great footwork, working great angles, but he's always been able to show that against maybe weaker opposition, smaller fighters. The moment he stepped up against Linares, he had a little bit of difficulties with Linares, being, experienced and a terrific fighter. So I felt like if other guys have, in a way, hit Lomachenko, still tag him up, get him bruised up, then Teofimo, being the younger, bigger, stronger guy, he should definitely have a chance. So I put a little bit of money. I was rooting for Lopez, and he did exactly what I expected. Use the size, use the speed, and just overpower Lomachenko. Lomachenko is a smaller fighter naturally, and I think that's where Lopez was able to capitalize and benefit the most. We saw a star being born, with Lomachenko, taking the loss. Teofimo takes that spot, takes that moment, does everything well. I did have the scorecards a little closer. I think Lomachenko might have won maybe 3 or 4 rounds, but I saw Lopez dominate the entire night. So congratulations to Lopez. He did great. He's definitely shown that he's one of the best, in the moment. And I think he's gonna do great things, coming, because he showed it against the best guy at the moment, with Lomachenko.
It was a great fight, and we send our best to Lomachenko,
Yes.
who has undergone surgery, and we wish him the best of luck. And Devin Haney, he's coming up to fight Gamboa in a sensational match. What can you see on that fight coming?
That's a good matchup for Haney, because in order to develop a fighter, you always want to step them up carefully with experienced fighters. You want to step them up against guys that have been world champions, who are experienced and still a threat. Gamboa fought very well last year against Tank Davis, which showed that he still has plenty. I think that's a good matchup for Haney. I think Haney wins the fight. Haney's got a lot of talent, a lot of speed. He's young, hungry, but this is one of those tests, where it helps the fighter develop. So I think Devin Haney, I seen him a long time ago at a show, and when he was just up and coming, I told him, you're gonna be a great fighter. You have the skills. Let's develop that. And these are the kind of fights that will help a fighter develop.
And we're here in Mexico City for 2 great upcoming fights coming up. Super flyweights, Chocolatito, legendary champion. Estrada against Cuadras, sensational matchup. Are you excited about what's coming up?
Of course, that's why I came. I knew the card was going to be a great card with great championship fights. We just saw Martinez, and now we got Chocolatito, and then we have Estrada Cuadras as well. I just wanted to come out here. It was a great opportunity for me to be invited, and be part of this show. Because I miss boxing. I miss boxing. We haven't been to live shows, this year because of what's going on, with COVID. So to be able to be part of something like this was terrific. It was an opportunity I wouldn't miss. And I think they're great matchups too. I think Chocolatito has a good matchup. I think the best fight will be Estrada and Cuadras. Cuadras was already champion, and he fought great. I think, he had a little bit of, maybe not as disciplined or whatnot. Sometimes that happens, but he's back in it. So I think it's a great fight for Estrada too, because Estrada is one of the top fighters in the last 10 years in that division, and he's still there. He's still the champion. So it's an opportunity for both to establish themselves. Guadalajara can take that from Estrada, where Estrada can cement himself as one of the best of this generation. So I think it's a great matchup. I think that's gonna be fight of the night.
Great. We'd like to say hello to Eddie Hearn as well. He has recovered from the COVID-19. It's a real threat. We have to stay safe, stay healthy, be careful, protect yourself at all times. And Mike, it's a great pleasure to have you here, and enjoy the night. We're going to have great emotions, and maybe we have some tacos after the event.
I'm always available for some tacos. I'm pretty hungry again, so tell me where they are, and I'll go buy them.
Thank you so much. Mikey Garcia, Mauricio from Color for Dazn. Thank you very much.